This is the overview for Module 3, and this is planning, and it runs week 6 through week 8. The first assignment that you have is the video overview, and you're watching that now, so yay, you're already on a roll. Please indicate that you've watched it and then submit. Next on the list is a manager interview, and I want you to interview someone who manages at least 3 other people. I provided some questions for you to already ask, and I want you to ask at least 4 additional questions on your own, of your own. So I encourage you to use information gleaned from your book, and then you can reference it and then ask questions based on what you've learned and what you want to know of managers. And then you'll write a paper and submit. Keep in mind this, along with every other assignment in this class, needs to be in APA format. Therefore, it should be double-spaced, have a cover page, and include references. Next on the list is your 4 chapter quizzes, chapter 5, 6, 7, and 8, and they run over the various tasks and activities related to planning. Then we have rational decision making. With rational decision making, it's the purpose is to create a transparent environment. No matter what major decision you're making, by outlining what you feel is important and then measuring others or measuring against those criteria, it helps you measure more fairly and more accurately. When we were looking for a new, or at least to revise our learning management system, we put out for bid or for proposal to different learning management companies. And when they came back, we had already outlined what we felt were important criteria that the learning management systems needed to meet. And then we reviewed each one of the company's submissions against that criteria. And as you can see, Canvas won. But by doing it in an open, transparent, anyone can look and see how did we come up with our decision making. And it creates a more fair environment. So what I want you to do is complete this worksheet. And please make sure that you're using 1 and a 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 on each line. Don't repeat the same number on each line. In other words, in your worksheet, you have 3 options, and 1 on each criteria should be a 3, 1 should be a 2, 1 should be a 1, and that will vary. You will get 0 points if you do it differently. Next, we have a discussion on innovation and creativity. And as an FYI, one of the skills listed as most desirable for employers is creativity and innovation. As an FYI, the 3rd criteria that employers feel is important is critical problem solving. So innovation and creativity helps with that as well. This is an opportunity for you to share video, pictures, whatever, about you and the BME program. So what do you feel is innovative? How do you demonstrate creativity? And you're going to have the opportunity to vote for your favorite images, and you can't vote for yourself. To be able to put images in, you need to be able to click on images, upload, and then put that in. And that way we can all share your images and videos and whatever and discuss. You need at least 3 postings. Keep in mind your first posting needs to be by Wednesday night. This one doesn't require references because you're giving your own reference. I mean, it's your information. And I look forward to seeing what you come up with. It's very much fun. Next on our list is a video from the owner of Giltner Logistics, Greg Paulson. He also happens to be on the BME program board, so he helps me set curriculum and helps determine assignments that will best help you when you go into the work world. So as you watch this video, take at least one page of notes and then submit your notes as an attachment. It's a very interesting video. He talks about the challenges of logistics, and in his world it's logistics as trucking, but it can apply in a variety of ways, and he talks about that as well. Next is your big project, and this is something that will take you probably the entire time to complete. Remember, you always do your team charter first, so I will be looking for that to be posted and complete prior to beginning your project itself. Then, as a team, your group picks a topic for change in higher education. So there has to be something as a team that you agree should change or modify in higher education. And then once you have your topic, then you're going to assign each team member a different aspect of research to cover related to that topic. A few terms ago, I had one team of students looking at, they chose the parking for motorcycles on campus. And that was something they felt should change. So one person looked at safety for having a designated parking area. Another one looked at the cost to be able to have the parking spaces painted. So each one took a different aspect of research so that they'd have the information they needed. And for each of your three items that you're going to find, you're going to format using this design. So the first step is to come up with your idea as a team. The second step is to conduct individual research. So each team member will conduct research on a different area within that topic so that it contributes to the success of your finished paper. And if your individual research is not submitted in this format, then you will get 0 points. And this needs to be in place before you start your paper. So just as an FYI. Next on the list is your group paper. Once everyone's done their individual research, you're ready to write your team paper. This is on the topic that you presented and using the research that you gathered as a team. So it has to have a cover page, 3 pages of commentary, in other words, a 3-page essay that discusses, that introduces your topic, provides support backed up with research for your project, and then the conclusion. Everything is in APA format, just like everything else in this class, and you need at least 5 references from the different research that the team did. No, and as with all research papers, no more than 30% can be direct quotes from research. If you give me a 2-page paper or a 4-page paper or anything different than 3 pages plus cover plus references, you will earn a 0 as a team. That's just the way it is. Part of this project is learning to be able to work together as a team toward a finished project that meets specific criteria. And that is the specific criteria. Here it is, the outline for the project steps. So that way you can keep things going. You will want to get going on this as soon as you can in the team because it does take a while for things to get going, just as an FYI. You'll submit the individual work here in this folder, and then in subsequent folders You'll submit your team project. Just your team leader will submit it. Actually, I take that back. I changed that because you need to be able to reference the paper when you get to the capstone class. And you can only do that if you have submitted it. So all team members need to submit the same paper. If your paper doesn't match between all members of the team earns a 0. Once you have the team paper submitted, you're ready to write your review. And that will be able to let me know how your team worked together. Did everyone participate? Did everyone pull their weight? And what did you learn as a result of this team activity? Okay, you're also going to have another team project. This one's a mini team project. And you're going to be developing a training that helps others. You need to work with your team members to come up with a single idea. It needs to have a handout. And it can take 15 minutes. Now you can include that as part of question and answer. And then in week 8, you need to have a recording of your presentation. Not all team members need to be in the video recording training people how to do something, but you all need to be involved in some way. So someone might help write the training, someone might develop the handout, that kind of thing. But one way or another, every team member needs to be involved. And then I will award the grades after we're all set. Actually, I'm going to edit this and take this away. And online media recordings, file uploads, text entry. That way, however you guys want to submit it, you can. If you happen to get everything done early for this portfolio or for this entry or for this module, and I'm going to change that to week 7. If you get everything in by the end of week 7, including your team activities, then you'll get an additional 20 points of extra credit. That's everything that's going on in the planning. You will want to get going on the items right away. This is a heavy-duty breakdown, and if you wait till the last day, then you will not be successful. But if you break it down to the 3 weeks and you do some each week, it'll be fairly light and easy for you to complete. If you have questions, let me know.